Have you ever wished your dog would just go lie down on their bed? I'm gonna show you how. Step number one is you're gonna get a treat your dog really likes and you're gonna lure them to step onto the bed. The moment they do, you're gonna praise and reward. Jade, yes, good girl. Okay. Once your dog's stepping onto the bed and getting rewarded without a problem, step number two is we want to lure them on and get a sit on that bed. Jade. Yes. Good. Okay. Here's a little bonus trainer tip. If you notice, every time I'm done rewarding Jade, I always say, okay, and I kind of wave her off. This is by design. This is what we call a release cue. And this lets your dog know when they're done doing the whole bed thing. And I start that from the very beginning of this training on purpose because a lot of dogs have trouble staying on their bed or in a stay in general because we're not very clear about when that's going to be over. They don't know they're waiting for anything else. So use the word okay and wave them off every time you're allowing them off the bed, and this will help your dog stay on for the long haul. Okay, now it's time for step number 3. Once your dog's going on and sitting without a problem, instead of reinforcing them right away when they sit, you're gonna use that same treat to go from their nose down to their toes, nice and slow, and hopefully we'll get them to lie down on there. Jade. Yes, good girl. Okay. So if you practice that last step a few minutes, a few times a day, preferably, you're gonna find that your dog's starting to pick up on things. So when you feel like that's happening, on the next step, step number 4, you're gonna actually point towards the bed, and the moment your dog steps onto it, you're gonna stand up straight and you're just gonna wait. And your dog's gonna look up at you and be thinking about it, and you're not going to signal that down. You're going to hope that your dog connects the dots and offers the down on the bed. That's the ticket. Yes. Good girl. Okay, because we're gonna do 2 things. One is we're gonna remove the food from our hands, so you're just gonna be pointing with an empty hand. And also, we're gonna label this behavior. I'm gonna use the word bed. Jade, bed. Very good. Nice job. Okay. Step number 5 is adding duration to your dog being on their bed. That's what we're really looking for long term. But at this stage, you want to avoid any distance or distraction just yet and simply work on the duration portion. How we're going to do that is you're going to ask them to go on. When they lie down, reinforce them, and then you're going to hang out right next to the bed, look around, not do much, and add in a little bit of that time to them being on there. Intermittently reinforce them during that time, and then just say okay and allow them off. Start with small increments of time and work your way up. Bed. Yes, good girl. Yes, good. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Nice job. Okay. So there you have your first 5 crucial steps to training your dog to go to their bed. Over time, you are going to want to work in some distance away from the bed and of course some distractions. But remember, when working with distractions, always start with a no to low amount of distractions and work your way up to high-end distractions. And with all the rewards your dog is getting for going on their bed, you might be surprised to find them lying down on there much more often. So if you try any of these tips with your dog, let me know how it goes. I want to know how your dog does. And while you're on here, go on over to Embark Vet's page and check out what they have going on with Camp Embark. There are tons of activities that you can participate in with your dog. Now get on out there and get training, people!